So our next caller is going to be Jasmine from California. Jasmine, can you hear us okay?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. Hey, I believe you've called before. I think I remember your name and location.
Yes, yes, I've called before. It's been a while.
Yeah. You had
So thank
joined
you
the
for
Save My
taking
Marriage
my
course a
call.
couple months ago.
Yes, yes, yes. So
Hmm.
I finished it, and
Awesome.
all actually things were going really great. I was feeling very, very confident, and I think last time I spoke to you, I told you how I noticed like a little change in my husband. He reached out and he was being very open and started asking about my job, how's everything, and I was
Hmm.
like, wow. So since then, he actually continued to do that and reached out and asked me out. I don't know if you remember, he
Hmm.
lives in Los Angeles. He came to San Diego to see me, and it was great. So I tried at that point to, well, he wanted to get very close to me. And I said, like, wanting to have intimacy. And I said, what's what you really want? Because no, I don't think we should do that. Because he's like, why not? I said, because you disappear. And then that hurts me, and I don't want to do that anymore. And he said, no, this is different. That was before, blah, blah, blah. And I said, he said how he was scared that because things didn't work out before. And I said, well, all I really want is for us to really start to hang out more, and that's it.
Hmm.
And he said, okay. And so a week, I asked him to my holiday party at that time from work. And he was very open to that. He said, I'm going to try to make it work. If I don't, I'll let you know. He did let me know. He said, I couldn't have anybody cover the project, so I can't. But let's hang out after. I said, fine. He texted me and he said, hey, what are you doing next weekend? This was the weekend right before Christmas. And he said, would you like to come up to LA the day before? Because I was going to see some friends. And he said, we can go out to dinner, hang out. And I went. And it was great. He was extremely overly excited to see me.
Hmm.
And it was great. I was like over the moon, and all of a sudden, we had intimacy, and it was great. But then, towards the end of the night, I started feeling something was off, and I couldn't pinpoint what it was. And I don't know if, now looking back, I was maybe getting too comfortable. And I started to like, oh, we can do this, we can go here, we can go there. And maybe I kind of crossed the line for him. And I don't know. So the next day, he did still say, okay, yeah, I'll let you know in the next few weeks, in the next few days, because
Hmm.
I was going to take a week off, if we can do something. If not, after I come back from my trip. He was going to go on a 2-week trip to San Francisco, and a work trip. And he said, but I'll let you know. I said,
Hmm.
okay, that's fine. So during that week that he was going to we were going to maybe reach out to maybe do something, I never heard from him.
Hmm.
And then the 2 weeks from his work trip went by, so now it's been 3 weeks
Right.
since
So,
I
so, uh,
haven't
so how may we
heard
help you
from him.
today? What can we do for you?
Yes, I'm so sorry. So at this point where I'm at is that why did he back off like that? And it's been 7 months since now we've been separated, and quite frankly, when I talk to people that are my closest friends, they're trying to tell me you need to start dating somebody else, and
Hmm.
something else that happened is that I just got laid off last week,
Sorry to hear that.
and now. Yeah, so now I'm like, okay, I might actually go back to LA because that's where my industry is.
Hmm.
I've been struggling here in San Diego, and now because we were in our insurance, I need to reach out to him to say, hey, our insurance just like cancel,
Uh-huh.
so can we jump in yours? But I need to reach out to him, and I don't know what's the best way to do it because I don't want him.
Okay.
Now I
So,
have to
so
like
he
look for
is,
a job maybe in LA.
he has been on your insurance, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
He's
so the way
in
you contact him
insurance.
is that you contact him. I mean, you call him, whatever it is, and you say, okay, there's something I need to tell you. I got laid off, which means that our insurance is ending, and I wanted you to know that. And so that's when you contact him.
Yeah.
And under smart contact, you always contact the other person when there's some reason to
When
do
there's
so.
a reason to do it. I think you're overthinking it, Jasmine. I really think that you are reading too much into some of the things that you've been doing. I mean, even just hearing you go back and say, what did I do that night that might have pushed him away? I think you're overthinking it. I think you need to be confident when you speak to him. Do it when you have a reason to, and then don't expect anything from your interactions, and just keep doing the things that you have been doing that have been working. Don't be too pushy when you are together, and then after that, just don't think about it. Just continue to work on your pies, to live your life. If you make a decision to move back to LA, don't overthink how he's going to react to it. If you're doing it for you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he thinks about it. So, I would encourage you, and I know that we're trying to get to a couple of other callers as we're wrapping up here, but I would encourage you that it sounds like you're still doing everything right. Don't overanalyze everything and be too hard on yourself.
Right.
That's my encouragement for you.
And the other thing that Kimberly said, make sure you heard it, don't push. I mean, kind of take things a day at a time. You see, often we tend to think in terms of reconciliation when the other person, the other spouse, shows some attention. We start thinking, oh, this may be a process of reconciliation. When in actuality, it's more of an idea of dating. Like we're still just in the dating phase here. And just like in a dating phase, you wouldn't be pushing very hard. Then in the early parts of when you start potentially working things out together, think about it like dating rather than reconciliation. It's not reconciliation yet. Now, the fact that you spent that time together and it was good, that's good. Definitely call him and tell him about the insurance. He needs to know. He needs to know that's the case. And then don't push anything.
Yeah.
So here's just a short question. What I've been thinking is that somehow I kind of started to feel like, okay, maybe he wanted to just be intimate, and then after that, I don't know, it made me feel a little bit like it happened, and then he walked away again and didn't reach out again. Like he got what he wanted, and then
As Kimberly said,
so
you're
maybe.
overthinking.
You're overthinking.
What you just described,
really,
is not
guess that's what
unusual
I
at all. What you just
Yeah.
described is not unusual. That a person moves closer and then move a little bit away for a while, and then move closer and move a little ways away from you for a while.
Okay.
That's extremely common. Extremely common. So what we're not hearing anything scary here. Okay, we're thinking, okay,
Really?
you made some progress. Just be calm, be confident, and you'll make some more progress.
Yep.
Okay.
I feel like maybe who I'm talking to, it's kind of not helping because they're the ones who telling me you need to start
They
dating
are
other
not
people and like,
Don't
why
talk-
do you have hope?
Don't talk to
and
them
it makes me question
about
my
this.
own hope,
Don't
Exactly.
talk to them about this.
That's right.
Don't talk to them about this. You see, when people love you, they tend to give bad advice because they're just thinking about you being happy and you being fulfilled, and they tend not to see the big picture. So still be friends with them, talk about anything you want to, but not this, okay? Because they won't mean to, but they'll lead you astray, okay?
Yeah,
You can do this.
you can.